Hey, Greenie.
How are you?
I'm good, man. And yourself?
Looks great here. I reckon we might bang a few here.
Yeah, those Saratoga, they're just such a fantastic looking fish, aren't they? And they lurk around in the weed and the lily pads. It's a good place. I've got a new little stick bait I want to try out, see what you think of it, mate. But I reckon it'll be good just down along the edges there and see if we can't get that surface bite. And that's when it gets spectacular, when you see them come up and take it off the top, doesn't it? Well, there's a great range of these little stick baits that you can use for this type of surface action, and certainly for Saratoga, but for all sorts of species. Bigger ones like this one here, and these little fellas, which I think are going to be the right size. Today, I kind of like this one. He pulls from the front. You can see the ring on the front of his nose. Some of these other fellas pull from the top there. So what happens with those ones is when you twitch them, they're more likely to dive down. Well, these ones that pull from the front will tend to, they sit vertically in the water, they'll tend to sit vertically, and then they'll twitch along, or you can actually twitch them down as well. And this one, this is his more expensive cousin, I guess. He's got the prop on the back. That works pretty well. But I'm just going to go for this one. Got good rings, good solid hooks. So if a barramundi or something else comes up and eats it, we can certainly hang on to them. But even for the toga, you need to be able to pull them out through those lily pads, and that's what we're chasing, is Saratoga. Yes! Gotcha! Oh, nice toga. That's what we're... There we go, Greenie, that's all we're after, mate.
Nice toga, mate.
Better get this bloke under control. He's going to knock the cameraman out here in a minute.
Absolutely beautiful.
And to see that take, that's what it's all about. And of course, coming up in this part of the world, and we're up here with the Staaten River Lodge boys, chasing Saratoga on these tiny little stick baits, these little bobbletta stick baits, which has just got such a great action. To see how wide they can open their mouth, they can eat all sorts of things. And what have you seen them taking here? Dragonflies and...
Frogs. Yeah, any insect. They're an insect eater. Yeah,
hopefully the sun's not blowing that out, but the colours are just magnificent.
These little tricky lures that Michael's brought along, it's the first time I've seen them work, and gee, it did the trick, mate. They just sit straight up in the water like that, in the water column, and they just come up and they've got no chance, and they work beautifully. And
I think with poppers and stick baits, anytime you can have them sit vertically, so what I'm saying about that is exactly what Greenie said. So when you're not working it, it sits down, you twitch it and it sits down, fish comes up underneath, the hookup rate is always going to be better. They're a terrific little lure, not only for Saratoga, but amazing amount of species, bass and all sorts of things you'll catch on those. So, as far as tackle goes when you're chasing these toga, I like spin gear, light little stick baits up to bigger ones and even smaller ones than this. They can be a bit hard to cast with bait casters, which is your traditional sort of top-end gear, but I think spin gear works really well. Anything from sort of that 8-pound braid, depending on the conditions you're fishing, up to about 14-pound braid, 2.5 to 4,000 size spin reel, and a nice rod like this one here, probably anywhere to that 4 to 7 kilo. You do need a little bit of power because they will wrap you around the lily pads and pull them out. And really it's more about seeing that surface strike and then getting the fish clear and letting it go. So you probably are a little bit over tackled for the size of the fish, but you need to be just because of where they live. Oh, got him. Oh, that was a good take. Up on the vantage point, nice toga. Come on, buddy. Oh, big jump. Oh, he's jumping around. Come on, buddy. Nice fish. I don't know about this tree fishing. I can't say I've done this too many times. Oh, nice toga. Look at that. Hey, where are you?
What happened? You got the big one.
Where were you? If you need to take a break, just let me know next time. I
was checking out the spots, okay, mate?
Oh, I know what you were doing. Hey, you know, this spot that you said you'd eat your hat if I didn't catch one.
Yep.
Well, I've got to tell you, buddy, oh, look at that. There'll be no eating of your hat. That's a cracking Saratoga. Look at him. Beautiful fish.
Absolutely sensational.
He's just climbed on that little stick bait once again. Beautiful fish. And that perseverance is what it's all about, isn't it? Like, we know they were here, they had to be here. We've got deep water, a deep bank here, all the lily pads, all the recipes are there. While I was sitting there, an 80-centimetre barramundi swam along the bank there, and I saw the cameraman look at it there, and he's just shaking his head while he was filming. The fact that Saratoga feed on so many terrestrial type insects, dragonflies, and pretty much anything that'll break the surface tension, lends themselves really, really well to what's the most spectacular type of fishing, and that's catching fish off the surface. All right, mate, off you go. There goes lip grips there. There you go, mate. There he goes. Whew.